Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, I'm Uncle John, your elder who knows too damn much about movies, comics, TV, and all other shit that means nothing in the world, where we've elected a pope from Chicago. First black pope, or as black as we gonna get. So anyway.
I was about to say, you really broke some news then.
Okay.
Uncle Percy, welcome back, Uncle Percy. How are you? You're
muted, my man.
And he's still muted.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Am I loud and clear?
Yes.
You're loud. Don't know about clear. And under him is Cuzzin Amayou. Hi, Cuzzin Amayou.
Hi, happy Thursday, everyone.
That's nice. Under her is welcome back, Uncle Tony. What's good, sir?
Well and prosper.
Just gave us a collective finger in Vulcan. Under him is Auntie Nicole. Hi, Auntie Nicole.
Hello, everybody. Howdy doody.
And did you say howdy doody?
That's right.
Okay. And at the bottom of the totem pole is Uncle Rod. What's good, Doctor?
Hey, I'm the bass. I love it. All right. So look,
Okay.
you guys have to check out Melnificent's TikTok.
Which one?
Melnificent is on one of her TikTok videos.
When she was dancing? When she's dancing?
She's looking like a 70s Soul Train dancer singing dancing to the Daz Band.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
And
very nostalgic.
And we want to say hello to super producer Mel, who kind of raw dogged us today. Just threw us out there to speak to us. Enough.
She said, "Get in the room."
Right. Get your room.
She said y'all got 1 minute, and y'all better have listened.
Yeah, Mel on that shit today, but that's okay. We still love her. Okay, so starting off, of course, we have to start off with Thunderbolts, or should we call them by their proper name? We'll save that for later. I personally did not see it, so this review will be Uncle John free. But any of you others who have seen it, please chime in. I'm curious as to your opinion of this film.
Now, who else saw it other than me? Rod G, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go first, Rod, and then I will I'll come up behind you.
Hold on.
Let me get ready. Brace myself.
Down like that. Okay.
Jesus. Let me get right. Hold on. All right. So basically, what's up, DJ? All right. So Thunderbolts, as you know, kind of pulls in some threads from the last couple of Marvel movies and TV shows. And so you get a bunch of misfit, quote unquote, villains who are brought together by the Countess Allegra de Fontaine to stop one of her own rogue experiments, which is the Sentry, which they don't call him that until later on, but you know, for the most part, he's affectionately known as Bob throughout the movie. The Sentry, if you're not sure or don't know, in Marvel Comics is an insanely powerful analog of Superman who's able to do all kinds of different things. And he's extremely dangerous. And he's got mental problems because he's kind of got a split personality. And the other personality is something called the Void. So this bunch of thrown together, ragtag bunch of people are thrown together to try to stop Bob because the Avengers are nowhere to be found. Leading them is Congressman James Buchanan Barnes, or Bucky, as we know him. All right. Also known as the Winter Soldier. He's leading the group. Also with him is Yelena Belova, the new Black Widow. Red Guardian, her adopted father. I would say Taskmaster, but she wasn't there that long. Ghost.
Well, we don't know. We don't know she's dead.
Okay, well, a slug to the brain looked pretty final, but
yeah, but doesn't she have? But does she have healing powers?
No. No, she just has photographic reflexes.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the Ghost from the Ant-Man films makes her return. And am I missing somebody? One other person?
Hey, doesn't Bill Foster show up in this
Oh,
somewhere?
no. Um,
Oh, you
John
talking
Walker,
bootleg.
U.S. agent,
Yeah.
the Timu Captain America
Yeah.
shows up.
Team Captain America. Lord have mercy.
All
This
right.
is the blackest show on the interweb.
So that's the group known as the Thunderbolts. All right, Amayou, you can continue. Do what you got to do. I'm gonna tag you in.
Just giving our little review. So he gave y'all all the technical stuff. I'm gonna give you my opinion on stuff. Okay, yes, bootleg Captain America did show up, and you know what? I was thinking something because I'm like, isn't his dad is Kurt Russell and his mom is Goldie Hawn, but somehow that mixture did not give what I thought it was gonna give. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Nowhere near as pretty as his parents.
Absolutely.
So first of all, I love Yelena. She's like my new favorite character. I got to get me a short blonde wig so I can cosplay as her because yeah, I love her. It really did give me that coming back to the Avengers feeling, like not the original, but it gave me that feeling when they had all of them come together. The dad gave amazing comic relief. Red Guardian, he's Picasso, she's why I wanted to see the movie. Yes. So yes, Red Guardian definitely came in and gave his comic relief just like he did in Black Widow. I love that. They did kind of address, hey Alton,
What up, Alton?
kind of address the mental issues that she was dealing with, and I really like that. The new Sentry guy, he's cute. I didn't like the blonde hair, but he definitely is cute. It's definitely giving the body its tea. And I like how they tied it all in so that they could have this new Avengers, so that they could like really kind of get us going and kind of get that snowball rolling like they did with the Avengers in the beginning. So I give it. Now I know everybody has their own, rating system. I have 5 bags of popcorn. That is the max. 5 bags of popcorn. I would actually give this one. I would give them 3 3/4 bags. Maybe 4. Maybe 4.
Is that with or without butter?
Without. No butter on these.
Damn. That's some dry ass popcorn.
Better get a large soda.
And I probably would see that again. I probably will watch it again just because like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So they stopped the boys, the power of friendship. Yeah.
Okay, so Percy, what's your take on it?
So I went to go see it. I wasn't I just didn't like the storyline. I liked it when they all came together and everything, but it reminded me when the Sentry started making people disappear, it reminded me of the Blip. And I was like, okay, here we go again. They couldn't come up with something better, but it was basically he was making people disappear because of his alter ego. The Void comes along and says, oh, you guys, don't deserve this. And then he takes over Manhattan and everybody disappears. So I'm like, oh, it's the Blip again. But this time, the Thunderbolts went in to save him, per se, save his decent side or his goofy side, you might say. I gave it a B. Everybody was trying to compare it to Infinity Wars and
Oh hell no!
Don't do that.
and like it's not even close. It's not even close. And I don't know where they're gonna fit in Doomsday or even in Secret Wars, but I guess Marvel will figure it out. One thing I'll say about Marvel is, once again, their advertisement is unbelievable. They come up with the Thunderbolts, and then after they had the big weekend, they changed to the New Avengers. So, and everybody was walking around. If you didn't see the movie, everybody was like, well, what the hell is going on? They're the New Avengers. If you went to see the movie, they're not the New Avengers for now. Because, of course, spoiler alert, Sam and damn, I keep forgetting their name.
Joaquin?
Yeah, Falcon, Joaquin.
Sam. Bucky and Sam are having. Yeah. Bucky and Sam are having arguments about who's going to lead the New Avengers. So now you have the Thunderbolts are the New Avengers, but Sam is sitting there saying, "Hey, no, I'm about to create the new Avengers, which should be very interesting because we need to see who his group is going to be, and they all supposed to team up in Secret War." So that's that was pretty good, but that was at the end of the whole goddamn movie. So, and then of course the other spoiler was, of course, here come Fantastic Four in a rocket ship, and we don't know what's going to happen after that. So, but it's a B. It wasn't like I said. It kind of reminded me of when Century started doing disappearing people and stuff. Just reminded me of the blip. So,
me too, and it made me nervous. I didn't like that. I think I got a little PTSD from that blip.
Yeah.
I ain't like
Okay, so my question to the three of you that have seen it. It sounds like you wanted to like it, but you kind of didn't. you all are like, I liked it, but I didn't like it. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I mean, was it after the last couple of Marvel films that were iffy? Where does this stand? Does this stand on? We know it's not Infinity War level,
and it's not Endgame, right?
But
right.
Is it Ant-Man bad?
No, I don't think it's that bad.
No, it's not Ant-Man bad.
I don't think it was bad at all. I don't think it was bad at all. I thought it was a good movie. It was a good, solid movie. Some good comic relief in there.
Hey, Louise.
Action. It was everything that we needed. It's just that because we've had such great movies in the past, it's hard to have a great movie now. So it's like, oh, that was pretty good, but it wasn't bad. I think that's where we kind of get stuck. But I enjoyed it.
So okay, so we're basically in the realm of it was good. It's not as good as we know Marvel can be, but it's not as bad.
For it to be a team film,
yeah,
expected a little bit more action or maybe a different type of action for a team film, and it didn't come out that way. Like Alton said earlier, they kind of beat the Sentry, which was this ultra powerful being. They couldn't have fought. They couldn't have fought or won in a straight up fight with the Sentry.
Right.
So they use alternate means to take care of him, which was smart. You know, if we were all in that situation, that's definitely what we would do. I guess it just didn't translate over to the film as much.
Yeah. So
I don't want too many spoilers because, like I said, I haven't seen it. But as a comic book guy, looking at that lineup and looking at the Sentry as the adversary,
right?
In my head, there was like no way possible.
Yep.
That team could ever stand up
against Century. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I that's another point that I wanted to get to, Tony. Thank you for bringing that up, because you're coming off the heels of Captain America: Brave New World, where he essentially beat Red Hulk by talking to him and having a therapy session, essentially,
right?
Because he wasn't going to beat Red Hulk just power wise.
And that's what happened in this movie. They went into the void to save him. That's basically what it was. They went into the void to save him.
Okay. So maybe Marvel's thinking, man, people are tired of seeing them just beat people up.
And they would be wrong.
Right. I would more like have a
it would be absolutely wrong.
I really would have liked Century to kick all their asses. They're down and out.
Well, he did that.
Well, no. But I mean, just like in Infinity Wars when Thanos just kicked everybody's ass, and then they just said, okay, it's going to be a Thunderbolt 2. We're going to come back, and of course they're going to save the day. But they try to smash everything together in this one movie, and then basically just make Century like a pussy. It to me is just it's wrong.
So it doesn't suffer from the fact.
I'm sorry. Had they done something like that and not ended this, and it would have been part 2, I'd have been pissed the F off. Okay, so I'm glad they didn't do that, and I'm okay with them putting all of that together at this particular time in the timeline.
So is the problem that they had to bring all these characters together and kind of rush that, and to get to them fighting Sentry, and then they had to rush to the ending? Was it just a matter of,
and that's the issue right there, John, because it's not like we haven't seen all these guys before. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we've seen them, Captain America and Bucky's TV show, or Black Panther, or like you said,
That's got a connection problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So
slowed them up.
I get what Percy's saying, because we're familiar with these characters, but it's been how many years since we've seen Ghost? or Taskmaster for that matter. So
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I still think it's a matter of them trying to mush everything together.
I
Hurry
think
up.
they had time.
What movie was Taskmaster in?
Taskmaster was in Black Widow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Taskmaster was in Black Widow. Ghost was in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And those it had to have been like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, at least.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. So
I think there was enough time. I think there was enough time to kind of get the story together. I just think that the action kind of lulled in some spots. Like, I mean, I don't know, but but like back to Tony's point, they were gonna have to come up with an alternative means to be able to beat him, based on the people and the power sets they had there.
Right.
Like, I think it was maybe been in one scene where Black Widow was like, "So what do we all do? We just run and shoot, right? None of us can fly." You know what I mean? So she's basically saying that we're not equipped for this.
And that was going to be my next point, is that if you're going to call this team the New Avengers, they really are kind of Bush League Avengers, to be honest, like minor leagues, because 4 or 5 of them all have the same skill set, right? Like Black Widow, Red Guardian, and Bucky are all super soldiers, right?
Right.
And Ghost can run through shit. Okay. Taskmaster, y'all just told us that Taskmaster died, so never mind. And
exactly, never mind.
Well, they haven't done Taskmaster right in the shows yet, anyway.
Correct.
No, they haven't.
Taskmaster is actually a beast.
Right. But I mean, they put her in there just to axe her, I guess. But yeah, so back to my point. The New Avengers doesn't really stack up to an Avengers team that we're used to seeing on the big screen, because these cats, like you said, none of them can fly. None of them have a power set that's anything near powerful, unless Sentry joins in at the end. And then even then, he's
a wild card that they can't.
Right. Liability.
So he's the Hulk, basically, of the group.
No.
Like that.
They're really trying to not use him until he can get better control of what he has going on. So,
but that's the Hulk, right? They can't use the Hulk unless they can control.
No, it's more like, to me, he's more like Moon Knight, where he's struggling with both personalities.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. Fuck
The
y'all.
lineup
That's what I just said. Okay.
The lineup may change.
Damn.
The lineup may change though between now and then. So calling themselves the New Avengers, they're great for taking care of Hydra. Awesome. Drug dealers, awesome.
Right.
Terrorists, great job. They're people for the job.
They're barely better than the Defenders.
Celestials, I don't know.
Damn.
The Hand, they may have a problem.
No, like seriously. But you never know, because Ant-Man defeated Kang, a version of Kang. So you never know.
Listen, man, Pym particles are underrated.
Well, Kang doesn't really have any special abilities. He just has access to futuristic weapons.
So you're saying, now Tony, now you about to open a whole new can of shit. So Tony, you're saying Ant-Man beating Kang is not out of the realm of possibility.
No. Like I said, Kang has always been basically his advantage is that he's from the future and has access to futuristic weapons. There was nothing particularly special about him. It's like
Plus,
power armor,
if you
shields,
actually
and
take
guns.
Thanos' rings away, yes, he's super strong and he's got a certain amount of invulnerability, but he can be beat.
yeah. Plus, we've all seen The Boys, right?
Yeah.
Let a little motherfucker run up in something and then turn big. See what happens.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Hey, fun dude.
All right.
Going to direct the
So
new-
hello, Sanju.
Oh, wow.
I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. But it's
The
reporting that
Thunderbolts
Thunderbolts is going to direct the new X-Men. Really?
I don't know about that. That don't sound good to me, but okay.
I mean, you never know.
I'm just
Okay,
waiting for stuff from the Russo brothers.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna try and check out because I haven't seen Sinners yet either. So I got to check both these things out this weekend because I just feel like I am shirking my responsibility. I know. Okay,
well, what's next for Marvel? What is the next?
Fantastic Four.
Ironheart. Ironheart.
Hold on, because we're going to talk about that later on in the show. Because Marvel
Disney
is
Plus.
Marvel on some bullshit with that. But let's take a break.
Yes.
And when we come back, we have 2 trailers coming up, and I specifically wanted Nicole's opinion on these 2 because she is our horror guru. I wanted to take her temperature on these 2 films. So, Uncle DJay, if you don't mind.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Planning an event? From weddings to corporate functions, CMJ Events LLC brings over 15 years of experience to make your vision a reality. Based in Metro Atlanta and serving statewide, even internationally, we provide versatile event planning and authentic catering cuisines tailored to your needs. Whether it's pre-game meals for student athletes, fundraisers, weddings, corporate functions, CMJ Events LLC is your one-stop solution for exceptional service and unforgettable food. Our diverse culinary heritage means we cater to all cultural tastes, dietary needs, and food restrictions, making every meal uniquely yours. Let's make your next event unforgettable. Visit us on all social media at CMJ Events LLC or email us at cmjeventsllc@gmail.com. Also give us a call at 404-664-3882 so that we can start planning now.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Hey, welcome back. Once again, you got the Grumpy Old Nerds in your ear. I'm Uncle John, and there's a whole bunch of other people up in there. Uncle DJay, Uncle Tony, Cuzzin Amayou, Uncle Percy, Auntie Nicole, and Rod. So, okay, couple of new horror films are coming out, and I know Nicole is the queen of horror on this show. So I specifically wanted to get her thoughts on them. A couple of trailers I wanted everybody to check out. The first one is The Long Walk, which is an adaptation of a Stephen King book. And the translation for Stephen King from book to film is kind of iffy sometimes. For every Christine or Carrie, there's some stupid shit. I don't even know.
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery, something like
Maximum Overdrive.
So
yeah,
what's that trash? That film was terrible. Okay, so
it actually have a little small source spot for that film, though. He said he was high. He said he was high when he did that movie. When he did that book, though.
Salem's
Lot. He was high when he did all the books in the beginning.
The film was stupid. So anyway, super producer Mel, if we could key up The Long Walk, an adaptation of Stephen King work. And actually, the premise sounds goofy as fuck, but the trailer is actually pretty interesting, and
Yes,
I'm
it
going to
is.
keep talking now until Mel brings up the trailer because there we are.
I'm Ray Garrity. You can call me Ray. Beam of Breeze.
Hank Olson's the name. Walking's my game.
We did the very first long walk years ago to inspire everyday people.
Smile, boys. You're on candid camera. And you gotta not think about the things out of your control. Think about your plan. Personally, I can't stop thinking about all that money.
You'll never find another one. I'm the last of my kind.
Warning. Okay, just keep walking. That's right. Just keep walking. Yeah, that's it, kid. That's it.
Second warning. Third warning.
It takes heavy sack to sign up for this contest. I'm not going to go through the whole rule book, but it boils down to this. If you fall below the speed of 3 miles per hour, you get your ticket. Walk until there's only one of you left. Who's ready to win?
Yeah, it took me a while to realize the truth of this. This is walk or die.
You'll walk as long as you can. But sometimes the body won't listen. For some, your heart will stop. For others, your brain. And the blood will flow suddenly. There's one winner. And no finish line.
Right now.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, Nicole, come on.
Well, I mean, as we all know, Stephen King, a lot of his stuff, when they can adapt it correctly, it looks great. Like Carrie, that's one of my favorite films. So this, I've never read the book of this, so I have no idea exactly what the premise is, other than maybe some sort of different type of Mad Max type of thing going on. Just what they doing, walk in to get some money, but there can only be one left based off of just what we heard. So,
yeah, so the basic premise is that you have a group of young men and you walk until there's only one person left, and the winner gets anything they want or everything they want for the rest of their life.
I mean, so it's basically the Squid Game.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It seemed like it's some kind of futuristic, like like an kind of a metaphor for whatever is going to happen. When you have these things where it's just you fight or flight type of thing. So somehow or another.
Now, what's interesting, I don't know if you all recognize this, the sergeant or whatever the guy's name was that was barking orders, that was Mark Hamill.
Ah! Oh, yes, Star Wars.
And something else that I read somewhere is that, he gets all these accolades for being this great voice actor. Somebody said every voice he does is just the Joker. It's just different fluctuations. Every voice work he does. And watching this clip, I was like, God damn it, they're right. But anyway, so the long walk. I personally, the premise seems real hokey, but Stephen King will put some shit in there that will fuck with your head. So like I said, the premise looks interesting, but I mean,
I find it interesting that they're using a younger set of people. So it's got to pull at the heartstrings at some point, because now you're not using like adults. You follow me? You're not going to like regular adult people who've experienced life. These are young boys that is doing whatever this is for to get whatever accolades they're going to get. But at the same time, they know only one is going to make it.
You got to use young people, because if it was us, the movie'd be over in half hour.
Question: I got a question. Where's the female? There was no females. I didn't see not.
No.
Just young men. Just young men.
Yeah.
Just men.
I mean, you can
Where's
see
the
from
guy from
the.
the cross country team?
He's smarter than that. So
Ooh, damn.
But I mean, it seems like it seemed like some sort of military type of regiment or some sort of
definitely gave
piece of that. You know what I'm saying? So hey, when the guys turn 18, they have to sign up for the military. So it seems like it's some sort of play off of that.
What's interesting is that these young men sign up for this. This is voluntary. So these motherfuckers are like, you know what? I could die if I don't walk at least 3 miles an hour for like a week.
I don't think
they
knew that. I don't think they knew that.
Yeah, it seemed like initially they seemed kind of shocked about it, but I don't know. It looks interesting though. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna go to theaters to see it. Like I'd wait for streaming probably.
That's an excellent
but
candidate for streaming.
I don't know if I'm gonna get up and pay, my $17 now it is, to pick my seat.
If I don't go to the matinee show, I ain't going. Fuck that. Anyway,
$5 Tuesday. $5 Tuesday.
I know that's right. So anyway,
Oh my
next
God.
up is a movie that seems a lot more creepy. Weapons with a whole bunch of people. I don't know. This looks horrible. Damn. I'm supposed to erase it.
Oh gosh.
Okay, T. You go, nerd.
Hey, what's up,
David
So,
Cran.
as I was saying, the next trailer is Weapons, and Mel told me to shut up so she knows when to press play. So I'm shut up.
Damn.
This is a true story that happened in my town. So this one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school. But today was different. Every other class had all their kids. But Mrs. Gandy's room was totally empty. And you know why? Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
I don't understand at all. Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
Where are our children?
We have a lot of emotional parents here. I think it's best if you keep some distance from this place.
Matthew, where are you? Where did you go?
This is where the story really starts.
Now that shit looks creepy as fuck.
It does.
Great cast.
It does.
There's something innately chilling about children.
Yes, it is. I've always said that. Movies
It's
make
scary as
kids.
hell.
So did they walk into the void too?
Somewhere.
Oh man, but that's actually very interesting. I mean, I have no idea in between what the title of the movie is and what's actually going on, if there's any correlation. But I mean, it's like something's going on, and somehow or another, whatever the universe did, pick that teacher's class. And that looks actually very interesting. I again won't get me out to the theaters, but it'll still be something I'd watch on streaming for sure. I'm waiting for that.
Fuck you, I ain't leaving the house.
Nah. I gave my money to Ryan Coogler. That's who got my money this summer. So
damn,
Yeah,
old
no.
summer.
But I mean, the premise of kids getting up and leaving the house at like 2 a.m. and it's all from this one woman specific class. So you've got the psychological horror of everybody's going to blame her,
Yeah.
and then of course
And that happened fast.
Well, you know
Right,
they
right.
have this thing in like horror called the Changeling, where they have these alter beings that basically can mimic an actual person or child or whatever,
Mhm.
but they're evil. And so I'm getting that kind of sense from this movie, like maybe the kids go off somewhere and some kind of evilness or whatever comes back. Because as you see, when they were back in the classroom, they had all this makeup crap and whatever on their face, and people was doing all kinds of crap to themselves, destroying them. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the actual premise is. Are these parents assholes, and maybe these are the kids that belong to these parents? You don't know. It could be some sort of whole thing. Everybody just happens to be in this one class, so it'll be interesting to see. But I'll wait for the
Now,
streaming.
I would go to the theater to see that more so than the other one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Walk, yeah. I actually, I'm thinking, since that's during summer break, I might actually go check that out just to clean my palate of superhero shit. I would go there. I'll go see that just to kind of get a different perspective. No, for real, because between the Marvel films and Sinners, there's not a whole lot of shit I'm willing to leave my house to go see, especially if you got $20 for a ticket.
Are you going to see that last Am I Dead Reckoning movie?
You know what? The part 7, was it?
Final Reckoning.
Yeah, I know. But it was actually pretty solid. I just went to go see that just on a whim. I was like, let me go check this shit out. And I enjoyed myself. So
I'm going to see the next one.
Tom Cruise, ain't too many more Tom Cruise movies where he's going to be running full speed through a fucking desert.
This is his last one, right? Isn't this the last one he's doing for the Mission Impossible?
That's how they're playing it.
Not if it makes a shit ton of money.
Well, I mean, he may not be the main protagonist in another one if they do make another one.
There's no way Tom Cruise is gonna make a movie where he's not the main guy.
Tropic Thunder.
No, that's a cameo. No, that's a cameo where he's like, oh, okay, I can come in and just dazzle people, But if it's a Mission Impossible or some shit like that, he's got to be the man.
That was an awesome cameo, though.
It was. Yeah. That was fucking fat. That entire film, just Tropic Thunder, and it's a shame that we'll never get.
I like Tropic Thunder.
I like
it.
I love Tropic Thunder somewhere.
No, I haven't seen The Accountant too.
The Accountant? I have not seen it.
I haven't seen
The Accountant.
Two.
I saw Accountant one. I as much as he gets on my nerves. I did see The Accountant, but The Accountant 2 has got my boy in it, The Punisher. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Wait, why does he get on your nerves?
Batfleck.
Am I supposed to know?
Maybe that's
Affleck. I've been talking about Affleck for years.
Okay.
Mr. Jiggly.
Okay.
He's still blaming him for Geely.
Man, listen.
I've never even seen that movie, quite honestly.
I don't like that he took over Batman. I don't like that he took over Jack Ryan, because that was crap. When he was with Kevin Smith, cool. But other than that, yeah.
I was going to say, because he's got a whole gaggle of films with Kevin Smith that I actually enjoy.
Love.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. You put him with Kevin Smith and we good.
Okay. Well,
strangely enough, he's right.
Ben Affleck. How about that? Okay. So yeah. So
hey, did anybody else kind of notice that movie was that we just looked at was probably made here in Georgia?
It did kind of look like it, didn't it?
Yeah, like I said, I looked at like that style of school, the vegetation is like, oh yeah, that's Georgia.
The vegetation.
The vegetation.
Well,
okay.
That's what on the show. To educate.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Okay. Well, we got one more commercial break coming, and then when we come back, I'm gonna tell y'all why Marvel is pissing me off right now.
It is right there.
That
right on time.
So, if you don't mind, please.
After these messages. We'll be right back.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
You're looking for the
So 2 years ago, we found out that Ironheart was being made for Disney Plus. And, you know, COVID, the strike, whatever. Now it's finally coming out, and Marvel is not telling us shit about it. We've got promos for Fantastic Four. We've got promos for Daredevil came out, and you couldn't cross the street without hearing some shit about Daredevil. We even got the Thunderbolts, quote unquote, new Avengers film, which was shoved down our throats. But why is Marvel not promoting Ironheart? And not only that, Ironheart is supposed to be the last piece of the Phase 5 puzzle. So this is supposed to cap whatever the fuck Phase 5 was supposed to be. And we know that was a clusterfuck in and of itself.
When does it come out?
June 24th.
Okay.
I mean, dude, we had Minecraft commercials, what, a year and a half ago? I mean, come on. So,
I
don't know. Young black woman in the lead, anybody? I don't know. You know, could it be?
I mean, I'm just very disappointed in the fact that you've got this project that was completed 2 years ago. You finally find it in the schedule to put it, and nobody knows. And people complain about Marvel's product, and people complain that Marvel doesn't give us any kind of quality. Are they trying to tell us something? Is this? Are they just trying to shove it in under the radar and just say, "Okay, we're not trying to own up to this piece of shit," or it's you know what I'm saying? But that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
That's what
You know what would be? You know what would be the perfect advertisement for it? The back of a milk carton, missing Ironheart. You know, have you seen her? Have you seen her?
They already did Stranger Things. Stranger Things are
Amber Alert, Ironheart.
No, that's true, because this shit, I mean, this is supposed to be one of your tent poles. This is not on you put it in Black Panther for us to see. And now she actually gets out there and she has her own series, and you're just like, okay, yeah, check out Ironheart if you want to. But hey, Fantastic Four is coming. Hey, New Avengers is here. Hey, you know,
they got their lineup. They want to pay that extra money for it. There's other ones that's just fillers, so they get to the next thing. So
one of you mentioned, is it streaming or is it theater?
Streaming.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can look for the.
That in and of itself is fucked up. You're like, is it in theaters or is it coming out on TV? Just
Originally, they weren't sure if it was going to be a TV show or a film, and it ended up being a TV show. Now they don't want to tell you when it's coming out.
Right. You kind of bullshit.
Or they don't want to advertise it.
Well, maybe it's just a money thing. Look, they've already got to do the promotions for Thunderbolts. All right, they got to do the promotions for the Fantastic Four. These are movies. They need them to make, millions and millions of dollars. All right, you can't probably compare this really to Daredevil, because Daredevil had that star power, and people couldn't wait, for a new Daredevil series. Who was really waiting for Ironheart? It's like there was nothing in the Black Panther that would make you think that this is going to be an awesome character. All right, why were you guys looking forward to Ironheart?
Because this is an extension of Tony Stark's story, kind of sort of.
Right.
And
Right.
This is a part of This is a part of the Black Panther. You've got Black Panther and Iron Man, who are the foundations from which she is spawning. So this is something, two of your more popular properties. And
they risked their lives to go get her. Like they literally like went out, to like save her, go get her, to educate her, to develop her, and all of this. Not only, like you said, Tony Stark, but also, Black Panther. I mean, there was a lot, it put into Ironheart. There was a lot put into this character.
I would, if this was a comic, on the cover it would say, "From the pages of Iron Man and Black Panther comes ... You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. That's lazy to me. But you don't see it.
That's why I think it's almost like a filler. It's like a filler to me. It's that's not where they was investing all their money. They put their money in the ones that we already seen already that they made big. What's the last one that came out?
Thunderbolts.
Captain America, and then you had what's the other one that just came out? Yeah, so it's like there's only certain ones, if you ask me, that they're really putting the energy behind, and unfortunately, this just wasn't one of those properties.
The main reason I want to see it is because I want to see how they take it from the comics and put it on the screen.
I'm
I
rooting
don't
for
even know if they're going to even
Black. That's
have
why
Tony
I
Stark
wanna
that
see it.
much related.
What'd you say, Amayou?
I said I'm rooting for everybody Black. That's why I want to see it.
Okay, yes, right. So Tony, you don't agree?
That's
that
implied.
This is something that they should be doing because it's the foundation from which it comes from?
Well, like I said, I don't really think that it was necessarily something that people were like, "Oh man, I can't wait to see Ironheart." Like I said, there has been a lot of time that's gone by, and there's nothing. I'm actually just checking right now because even as far as me like ordering comics and everything, they're releasing like new Fantastic Four, two new Fantastic Four comics.
Right.
All right, and I don't remember any solicitations about an Ironheart comic to even support this movie coming out.
Which is fucked up.
I feel like the energy was there like right after Wakanda Forever, and then because it was so long, it's just people kind of forgot about it because it's taken so freaking long.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, that's a huge problem because you've got this series there, 6 or 8 episode series, in which you're again pushing forward the Tony Stark Black Panther legacy, and it's just kind of like maybe Well, I'm interested to see how the mask plays into this.
Yeah.
Who's the villain? Anthony Ramos, and I know Amayou's excited about that. Just to see how that mysticism plays into the technology that Ironheart brings. But I'm sorry, DJ, what were you gonna say?
I just don't like the look of it, the politics of it. One of those things where it's like, oh, it didn't do well. See, we told you, a black female lead, wouldn't do well or whatever. It's the ends are gonna justify the bullshit. So I'm hoping that it's the shit.
Are you raising?
No, yeah, he's raising his hand. It's a polite motherfucker right there. But I'm saying I hope that it like blows up and they're shamed because it's like, yeah, why wasn't this promoted? Why didn't anybody hear about this shit? Because it's the bomb. It's the fucking bomb. So I'm gonna be there day one, in front of the TV like I am right now.
Me too.
What were you gonna say, Tony?
I'm gonna have to just plead senility because I have messed up.
Oh, you mean like Uncle John?
There is a new Ironheart comic book.
Okay.
History, written by John Jennings, and I should remember this because it's John Jennings.
Okay.
But you know why it has gone completely over my head?
Why is that?
Because I didn't have one comic subscriber who put it on their list, and no one is
Oh, wow.
asking about the book. All right, so it went completely off of my radar. I actually had the #1 issue come into the store last month, and after seeing the cover, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did order that," but I can't remember selling any of it.
So when
Do you
Ironheart
sell? I'm sorry, real quick. Do you order? I mean, do you sell anything online, Tony?
We can. It's not something that anybody's taking advantage of.
Okay, so if I was to order the Ironheart #1, you can ship it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We got plenty of Gemini mailers and stuff. We
Okay.
send stuff all over the country. We just
All right, cool.
do comics.
So Tony, if I'm not mistaken, when Ironheart first came out, it was a pretty popular character, right? Damn.
I wouldn't go that far.
Damn. Woo!
So wait,
so you was an interesting character and stuff, and the fact and stuff that you got this girl that was still in high school that was able to build her own Iron Man armor, and she basically had no connection to Tony Stark whatsoever.
So just out of morbid curiosity, in terms of like Miss Marvel, that's a character who I know has taken off, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So between Ironheart and Miss Marvel, what would you say, just creatively, what's the difference? Why would Miss Marvel be so popular and Ironheart would not?
Well, actually, Miss Marvel isn't that popular. She's pushed and she's come up with like multiple series, but her series has gotten canceled like multiple times.
Damn.
You're talking about you're talking about the comics versus the movies though. Versus the TV series.
The reason I'm asking is because they're kind of hand in hand. If you're popular, if the character turns out to be popular in the movies or on TV, they're gonna produce more books because they want to cash in on that popularity. The same with if they're popular in the comics, I would think that's why they're rushing. That's why we had all these fucking Marvel TV shows and they were out there all willy-nilly and shit. And just all
right, now here's the thing about that. Okay. I'm gonna take two characters, one Marvel, one DC.
Okay.
Deadpool, Harley Quinn.
Okay.
As far as pop culture is concerned, these are two extremely popular characters.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. And Harley with her cartoon and everything is like really popular too. Now, when it comes to actual book sales, they're not that popular.
Really?
Yeah, they keep coming out with like regular Deadpool stories, but no like long ongoing story. Because they keep saying it's like people should be buying this, but then people aren't buying it. So Harley Quinn and Deadpool are really popular characters, and people like to dress up as them. But as far as people actually showing up to buy their books, it's not happening. Like the merchandise sales, the costume sales, people dress up as them at conventions, but people aren't doing the books. I mean, Rod, do you pretty much see that, from fans that you know?
It's exactly like you say. They love the cosplay them, but as far as the books are concerned, they're not going to buy the books. But what I don't understand is they'll come out with 8 or 9 different Deadpool books, and none of them really sell. Like they'll go as far as the 8 or 9 issues, and then you don't see it anymore. They're coming out again with Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again. It's exactly what it's called.
I guess that's my confusion because I see all the solicitations for all these books with these characters. I'm like, God damn, these characters must be selling like gangbusters. And I'm so fucking old for using that phrase, but clearly I'm wrong. Okay, so Tony, give me what are the more popular books that are out right now?
Pretty much the same ones I talked about and stuff a couple of weeks ago. The Absolute series from DC it's still selling like gangbusters.
And that's basically Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, along with a bunch
Oh,
of
Green
now
Lantern.
Flash, Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter.
Right.
And strangely enough, Martian Manhunter went from, oh, I don't like this artwork or this looks silly, to now everybody can't wait to grab a #1 issue of it. It went from nobody paying any attention to it to, ooh, oh, I need this now.
Okay, so shout out to Harry J. Lennox, because if he gets to recreate that character, if it gets that popular, that's awesome.
So
That would
and now I'm just curious. Now, were the Avengers books ever as popular as the films?
Oh no, the Avengers,
yeah.
films did a nice spike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even
They
after the
had a
film,
nice
they
spike.
had like 3 or 4 different runs of the Avengers. After
You
the
know,
film.
it basically made it and stuff. The movies made it so everybody wasn't so X-Men centric, because at one point nobody wanted to buy any Marvel books unless it was X-Men or Spider-Man, and everybody was complaining, why are there so many X-Men books and why are there so many Spider-Man books? And I'm like, because that's what you guys are buying.
Yeah, you're speaking with your wallet. But after the Avengers came out, Captain America popularity shot up, Iron Man shot up, even though they canceled it again and they keep bringing it back. It's a whole nother story. Thor did well because of Jason Aaron run, and then you had the Immortal Thor. That came out. That was really good. Even Hulk, Immortal Hulk, I heard was really good, even though I never read any issues. But Immortal Hulk sold very well.
Talking about a good horror story, Immortal Hulk was a nice horror story.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay. All right.
Was
Well,
he like ripping arms off and shit?
Damn,
They
he's
were
shaking his head like that. Okay, well, before Mel starts playing that whack ass music,
Damn.
Uncle DJ, what you got for us on the way out?
Dominus Ominous. Chicago Pope, baby. Chicago Pope.
How did Tony? How did Free Comic Book Day go?
It went pretty good. Like I said, all the the indie creators seem to have a really good time and stuff. Introducing their books to people. People always show up for the free stuff. And I think I had a pretty good turnout, even considering like right up the street is Infinite Realities, and they were having a Tucker Day celebration up in Sucker.
Okay, don't know what any of that meant. Cuzzin Amayou, what you got?
Okay, you guys know I love a good reality show. So they I have to do this now. On Netflix, they've got one called Cheat.
Called what? Called what?
Cheat.
Hell no.
Check it out.
People being stupid on Netflix.
It's nutty television. Go for it.
After watching Cheaters, I was done.
I just want to say I was looking at the cast for Ironheart. Guess who Sacha Baron Cohen is going to play?
Nope.
Nicole, you're going to love it. You're going to love it, Nicole. Nope. Guess what he's going to play?
Oh, gosh. What?
Nope.
Mephisto.
Nope.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Hey, Mephisto and
I'm going to have to look this up. I'm going to have to look this up. Oh, gosh.
Well, you know what?
There you go,
If the hood was in it,
this is not
if the hood was in it, Mephisto wouldn't be too far behind.
Nope. Nicole, what you got for us on the way out?
Netflix. Hurry up with Stranger Things already, please.
Oh, that motherfucker's going to be middle-aged before we get that.
They're going to be grandkids.
Rod, what you got for us?
The new season of The Blood of Zeus anime is on Netflix.
Nice.
Awesome show.
I got to go back and watch the end of the last season so I remember what's going on.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It ended kind of sad, too.
Is it?
The first season ended sad.
This Saturday, Doctor Who will be in Nigeria. First black doctor in Nigeria.
Is he
crying? In a barbershop.
Is he crying?
The show takes place in the barbershop. All y'all kiss my ass. I got my black doctor and the African
crying
over.
Wait. They got barbershops in Nigeria?
And here come that whack ass music.
Oh, Percy, you gonna have me looking up Sacha Baron Cohen now.
Uncle Rod and me, Uncle John, and for that whack ass music, Thank you for joining us. We'll be here every Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
I have a companion and I can't smash.